irregularities, dizziness, or serious fatigue. One viewer shared, "I took a full tablespoon instead of a teaspoon because I thought I could handle it. Within an hour I was sweating, cramping, and stuck in the bathroom. It wasn't worth it." Castor oil also shouldn't be used daily or for extended periods. Doing so can irritate the intestinal lining and lead to something called laxative dependency, where your body forgets how to go without help. That creates a cycle where you need more and more just to feel normal. So if you're using castor oil for the first time, start small and always make sure it's food grade, cold pressed, and clearly labeled for internal use. Your body has worked hard for you year after year. It doesn't need to be pushed. It needs to be supported gently and wisely. Remember, when it comes to castor oil, more is not better. Enough is enough. 9. The allergy you didn't know you had. Many people believe allergies are something you're either born with or develop when you're young, but that's not always true. In fact, as we age, our bodies can become more reactive, especially to products we've never used before. That's why one of the most overlooked dangers with castor oil is this: not recognizing an allergic reaction when it happens. Castor oil may be natural, but it's still a powerful substance, and for some people, it can trigger a mild to severe immune response. The signs might be subtle at first: a bit of itching, redness, or a slight burning sensation after applying it to the skin. You might dismiss it as dryness or irritation, but if those symptoms continue or get worse, it may be your body's way of saying, "This isn't right for me." In more serious cases, castor oil can cause hives, swelling of the lips or face, or even tightness in the throat. These are signs of a more dangerous reaction called anaphylaxis, which can make it difficult to breathe and requires immediate medical attention. One viewer told us, "I had used castor oil on my joints with no issue, but after a few months I started breaking out in red patches. Then one night my lips swelled and I felt short of breath. I didn't know it was an allergy. I thought maybe I had the flu. It was castor oil." It's important to remember, just because a product worked well for someone else, or even worked for you in the past, doesn't mean it will always be safe. Our bodies change, our immune systems change, and with age, we must listen even more carefully to what our bodies are trying to tell us. So if you experience any discomfort after using castor oil, whether it's on your skin or taken by mouth, stop right away. Don't try to push through it. Don't wait for it to pass. And definitely don't assume it's normal. Your health and safety come first, always. How to use castor oil safely. After everything we've covered, the mistakes, the risks, and the real-life experiences, you might be wondering, so how can I use castor oil safely? That's a great question, because when used wisely, castor oil really can be a helpful part of your wellness routine. The key is knowing how, when, and how much. Let's break it down. Internal use. If you're taking castor oil to relieve occasional constipation, here's what you need to know. Use only food-grade castor oil. The label should clearly say, "for internal use." Start with 1 to 2 teaspoons on an empty stomach. Never take more than 1 tablespoon unless advised by a doctor. Mix it with juice, like orange or lemon, to help mask the taste. It's strong and thick, so this makes it easier to swallow. Only use it for short-term relief, 1 to 2 days at a time, no more. Castor oil is not meant for long-term digestive support. Do not take it at night. The effects can start within a few hours, and you don't want to be rushing to the bathroom while you're trying to sleep. Watch for signs of dehydration. If you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or overly tired, pause and hydrate. If symptoms continue, speak to your healthcare provider. External use for skin, joints, or hair. Castor oil is often used safely and effectively, but there are a few simple steps to follow. Always do a patch test first. Apply a small amount behind your ear or on your forearm. Wait 24 hours. If there's no reaction, it's safe to proceed. Apply to clean skin in a thin layer. A little goes a long way. Use 2 to 3 times a week. Daily use isn't usually necessary, and for sensitive skin, less is often better. For joint or muscle relief, you can try a castor oil pack, a cloth soaked in warm castor oil placed on the area with a heating pad on top for 20 to 30 minutes. For hair or scalp massage, use a few drops in, leave it for 30 minutes, then wash thoroughly. Choosing the right castor oil. To get the best results and avoid harmful additives, look for oils that are cold-pressed, organic, hexane-free, and clearly labeled for either internal or external use, depending on your need. When used with care, castor oil can offer real support, but like any remedy, it works best when paired with knowledge, moderation, and attention to your body's signals. Because healing isn't just about what you use, it's how wisely you use it. Gentle reminders from a life well lived. We've covered a lot today. 9 common mistakes with castor oil, some small, some serious, and each one a reminder that even natural remedies require thought, care, and understanding. So let's take a moment to reflect. Here are 3 simple truths to remember. Number 1, more is not better. A small amount of castor oil can help, but too much can harm. Trust your body and don't rush the process. Number 2, labels matter. Always check if the oil is food grade, organic, cold-pressed, and safe for your intended use. Your health is worth reading the fine print. Number 3, listen to your body. If something feels off, whether it's your skin, your stomach, or your energy, pause and pay attention. Your body has been speaking to you your whole life. Now's the time to truly listen. You've lived long enough to know that wisdom doesn't come from doing things quickly. It comes from doing them well. And when it comes to your health, that means being thoughtful, asking questions, and giving yourself the same care you give to others. If today's video helped you see something more clearly, I invite you to share it with a friend or family member. You never know who might need this information right now, and I'd love to hear from you. Have you used castor oil before? Did it help? Or did you run into one of the issues we talked about? Your story might be the one that helps someone else avoid a mistake or make a better choice. If this content felt valuable to you, I invite you to subscribe to The Elder's Insight. Every week, we share grounded, heartfelt advice for wiser living. Because growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. It means growing stronger, more aware, and more alive. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Take care of yourself.